Hey, good morning, guys. And I want you to know something before I start talking. That my morning talks to you are important to me. And the way that I can guarantee that and verify that to you is because the other things that I would do, aside from this, would either be listening to audiobooks, which I love. I love reading, and I can't do that when I'm driving, at least not safely, or listening to music. And I love music. You can ask my family, friends. Love music, love reading. So that's that's how you know I love talking to you, right? It's great having a conversation with you. Well, I love to have conversations. I don't really get lots of responses on the videos, and I don't know why. Usually love people really like sharing opinions, so please, responses. Just say something. I've seen a lot of clicks on the videos. At least they're building up. But people aren't really saying anything yet. So even if you just say hi or shut up, fat man, or something, anything would be cool. Just let me know you're there. Anyway, today I think I was going to talk about what had happened this weekend, because today's Monday, and on my way to therapy, on the way, I know the way to therapy. That's from a meme, the Ugandan Knuckles meme. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but anyway, it was one of my daughter's birthdays, Tia's birthday. She turned the big 20, and it's important milestones like that. She's gonna be 21 next year. And that's the drinking age, at least it is right now. And I don't get the big deal about drinking. Yeah, I guess when I was younger, but I think there's no alcoholic beverage that I really enjoy, and I've tried it. I'm not gonna be honest with you. I will be honest with you. Beer is disgusting. I do not like it. I do not enjoy it. The smell alone makes it so unpleasant. Whiskey, bourbon, really, really unpleasant. Even the flavored fruity drinks. I mean, mudslide I can kind of handle, but still, once the alcohol hits my palate, really, even just thinking about it now, it's making my stomach unsettled. But even for the buzz, I just don't understand why people have to drink to have a good time, because afterwards, the headaches, the pain in the stomach, you're killing brain cells, you're hurting your liver, your kidneys. Like my brother, I love my brother, but he has one kidney. The guy gave away a kidney to somebody who he thought was a friend, who he ended up blowing up in a big fight with. And now they don't even talk to each other. They ended up in a huge feud. They're like mortal enemies now. And he drinks. So, and when you drink, you're hurting your liver. You can get cirrhosis of the liver. It kills brain cells. Alcohol is literally poison to the human body. You lose coordination, which is why you stumble around. You lose your judgment, which is why you do things you regret. You would date people you would never date. People end up going out and getting married. That's why you do things that are fun. I don't understand the point. That people say, "Oh yeah, let's get to it." No. That's why people get in accidents and things of that nature, because when you get drunk and drive, But anyway, I digress. So, there was no drinking at this party. We had a party for, invited a couple of her closest friends. Family was there. It was really fun, and she wasn't expecting it per se. She knew something was being planned for her, and me and her husband, Dario, it's like Mario with a D, hosted it. That's Tio in the story. If you read Nana and Papa, we'll be reading it, continuing reading it whenever I finish editing it. So it was a lot of fun, and it is wonderful to see her, maturing and pushing forward, and she's just striving and becoming such a wonderful woman, and as her father and being there in her life, that's to me as a parent, it's really important to be there with and for your child. I don't know how a father who has a choice can choose not to be there. I know some fathers aren't given that choice. Mother doesn't say, they hide the pregnancy or they kick them out of their lives. But if you're given the choice to be there and you choose not to, or circumstances happen and you can't be there, you're losing something valuable, losing the opportunity to be a blessing. Or if you do harm to the child, and that does something to a child, and you can, because in psychology you find out that children are affected by biology and by environment, genetically and by environment. And now not every child will react the same way, but environment has great influence on the way a person will act, their mindset, their behaviors. So, my 3 children, in some ways are very similar. They don't like to admit it, but they are. And in some ways they're very dissimilar. And that's the thing, that they're very headstrong, all 3, very, very determined, and then they have these personality quirks that are very dissimilar, and that is very interesting to see them. Laura, the firstborn, mom in the story, Corrin, Tia, the secondborn, Benjamin Jr., the uncle, Jr. in the story, my boy. So it was her birthday, and me and Dario planned it out, and it's a nice celebration, and she had the day off, and he did all these things for her, and it was just a really nice time. Had the family over. I made this little Jeopardy game for her, and there was 2 teams of 4. Had facts about her, and then her favorites. There was songs where I would play the song, she would rate it, and then they would have to guess what she would rate it, 1 through 10. There would be her favorites, where they would name, for example, her favorite TV show. She would write it down, then they would guess what her favorite TV show was. There would be true and false questions. Just, is this true? For example, true or false? She took Spanish 1 through 4. True or false? She took German. True or false? She took Bible class all the way from 1st grade through 12th grade. Like that. And it was so it got to test their actual knowledge of how well they knew her, and it got so some of the things that they knew really well, and even Dario as her husband, because he's known her for almost 5 years now, and he just knew he was going to know all the answers. Some of them he knew really well, and then some of them he was so he's learning even more about his wife, and it was cool. And even Nikki as her mom Nichole, Nana in the story, thinking she knew her daughter, and some she did. I was proud of her. And even Corrin, Tia in the story. And one of the questions was, what was her graduation date? Because she graduated a year and a half early from high school. She didn't even know. So, and because we homeschooled her, and she finished early. She pushed through. She wanted to get that done. She was tired of school, man. So, but she couldn't remember. But it was lots of fun, and then we and none of them could. Well, Nikki knew her favorite dessert, But Dario, I said that was a bonus question. It was a 2-part question. Had what was her favorite meal? And for a bonus, which would have doubled the points, what is her favorite dessert? I had fixed the day before one of her favorite type meals, which was chicken and dumplings. That was on Saturday. And then and Dario thought her favorite dessert was Oreo cake, but it wasn't. It's key lime pie, which Nikki knew and I knew, but they don't have any around us at the moment. And I was trying to find some that night, but the giant around us doesn't have any, so I couldn't get any. But Nikki knew that because she likes it too. So but you know, and her favorite meal is just pancakes. And then for the final Jeopardy answer, it was about spiritual gifts. You know, in the Bible, there's different lists of gifts, and some of them overlap. For example, there's ministry gifts, gifts of service, and it was Corrin has 4 different gifts, and you just have to name at least 2 of them. And you know, so like I said, there was 2 separate teams, 4 people on each team, and both of them named, I think, at least 3. So they did good, but the one team had wagered everything, so they won. So it was nice. And then Corrin and Dario, when they went out, they had rented a couple silly movies. I think it was the remake of old Dawn of the Dead movie, which was some garbage. You can't remake that movie. It's classic because it was actually written and directed by the king of zombie movies, George A. Romero. So you can't remake that. Come on, the man, he died, and he had no input in this, so you can't remake it. But we had also, Dario had an idea and enlisted my help in making a personalized video where each of us did a little snippet, like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, some more, some less, of video where we sat down and just talked to the camera, kind of like this, to Ren, about our memories and thoughts of how we appreciated her and or things that she's done for us, memories. And recorded it. I compiled them together, and in between I left a tiny little space and put a little picture, a still picture of her, and underneath of the picture I took a little chunk of a song, You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker, and in the beginning I put This Is For You, Happy Birthday, and squished it all together, edited it. Sorry. Put it all together and put it on YouTube for her, so she can watch it whenever she wants. Yeah, and that was part of her gift. And then everybody got a gift. Sung her happy birthday, and I made tacos and fresh tacos, taco meats. Made 5 different meats, shells, cut up fresh lettuce. I ordered some. Dario had ordered from Domino's the cheesy bread and lava cakes and something else because she really likes that too. It was nice. They came. Our Domino's is really close by and they're pretty good anyway. They're on top of the game. So it was a good time. Everybody stayed. They had a lot of fun. And the 2 friends are really close to the family. You know, they're really nice. One of them is Zaddy, and the other is a young lady named Josie. She's really lovely, nice young lady. So, and unfortunately, Dad, Kirk, Laura's husband, Joel's daddy. He couldn't stay the whole night because he has to work on Sunday nights. But he stayed as long as he could, and he got up, even though he usually sleeps, because he has to do an overnight shift. He usually sleeps till right before you, but he got up and had dinner with us and participated in the games as long as he could, which I definitely appreciated. It was a blessing. But like I said, it was just a blessing to see her and hear all these wonderful things about my daughter, because I know she is a blessing, because even in her job, she's a behavioral therapist / house manager / nanny. She has all these hats she wears on her job, and she does it so well, and she is so patient. Like she has a full-time job during the week, and then on the weekend she supplements it by, like, there's this family where she goes and they have a child with cerebral palsy, and for him, she basically sits with him while the mom sometimes has to work on the weekend, and they just basically need someone to sit with him to make sure his machines don't shut down, his feeding tube stays clear, and nothing just goes wrong, because he has siblings that, one time they unplugged the machine by accident, and God forbid that something like that happens, he could die. So she sits there, she'll sing to him and read to him, and again make sure the siblings don't accidentally do anything atrocious, because they're young. And sometimes the other family, the main one during the week, they want to go out on the weekend, wealthy, upper class Caucasians do things, go out drinking, whatever. Do things, I guess. I don't know, because I'm not upper class, but, whatever. They go out on a party, and so they pay her to stay with their children while they go out for 10 hours and come back drunk. That's their business. Or, other families do the same thing. But anyway, she's a blessing to them, to us. She'll lead Bible study in the home. She's going away this summer to see Dario's family lives on the West Coast. So they're going to fly out there this summer to see his family, because you can't just drive out there. They did drive his car from when they got married in August of last year. They drove his car all the way out here without telling us. I was like, oh my God. They just appeared on the doorstep. It was frightening. But she's amazing. She's my little bear. So, it's enough bragging on my daughter. Praise be to God for who she is and what she's becoming. And that's the thing. Your children become. They're a work in progress. So, if you have children, and sometimes they get on your nerves, and sometimes they can be annoying, realize they're a work in progress, just like you are. Remember that I'm sure you annoyed your parents. And I'm sure there's times where you were great, and you had it together, and you did good things, and you did awesome things, and you got awards, and you got prizes, and maybe you were valedictorian, and you turned in your homework on time, and you got straight A's. But then there was times, I'm sure you were sneaky, and you cheated, and you said the wrong thing, or you thought the wrong thing, or you went behind somebody's back. So before you judge your kid too harshly, remember, you are not perfect. You were not perfect. You made mistakes. We all do. Just love them. Pray for them. Teach them to make the right decisions when you're not there, because they're the right decisions, not because you just told them to do it. Teach them the right decisions because they'll be held accountable to the right decisions, not because you're the boss. They're the right decisions because they're the right decisions. They're the right things to do. they're the right things to say. Because society needs people who make the right decisions no matter what. Society needs good, upstanding people who care about other people, who care about the environment, who care about animals, who care about each other. This world needs people who care about caring, who care about love, who care about the small things. You know, some people say don't sweat the small things, but if you don't, before you know it, the small things aren't small anymore. They've snowballed into big things, to huge things. If you don't sweat the small things, then before you know it, you've sweated out everything and you've lost control. And I don't know. Maybe you don't sweat it, but maybe just pay attention. Because if you're not paying attention, then who is? You know? And your kids want you to pay attention. That's why they act out when you're not. You know? And if your kid is saying something to you and you're not paying attention to them, you're going to miss something. Maybe they got hurt at school. Maybe they got hurt at church. You know, we all think church is a safe place. But I'm not here. Believe me, it's not as safe as you think. Listen to them. Listen to what they're not saying. Ask the questions you don't want to ask. Look at their faces. Listen to their voices. Listen to the words they're not telling you. Hold their hands and go for walks with them. Give them time to speak. Let them know it's okay to cry. Let them know it's okay that, you know, you cried too. That they can be scared. That they can tell you anything. And yeah, you might not like what they say. But that doesn't mean you don't love them. And that they can trust you. That, you know, if someone hurts them, that you're not going to be mad at them. You're going to be mad at the person that hurt them. And that no matter what anybody says, your job is to protect them. And that will always come first. That your protection of them is guaranteed. As long as they stay within the confines of what you said. If you say, don't go outside without me knowing, then I can protect you. But if you go outside and I don't know about it, I can't protect you. You know, if you tell me you're going to Jimmy's house and you're in Jimmy's house, then I can help. I can take care of that. But if you and Jimmy go outside of Jimmy's house and I don't know that, there's a problem. You know, if you and Jimmy come straight here from Jimmy's house, then that's fine. But you know, I can't do anything without that. You know, and if you give them a cell phone, you have to turn it on and listen. You have to call if plans change. You know, your kids have to know how to communicate and tell you when changes happen, and you know, teach your kids to communicate and be open and honest, and why these things are important. They need to know what safe places are. You know, trust me, I speak from experience. I speak from mistakes. I started out speaking about happy things and I got dark, didn't I? Well, Anyway, like I said, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day, great week. And please, I'd love some comments. Just something to know that you actually stopped by, and if you made it this far into the video, this was a long one today. So I'd really like to know that. If you made it this far into the darkness. Alright, well, I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.